Hello, my name is Mert and I'm from Istanbul, Turkey. I've been living in Los Angeles for the last 10 months and I moved here in order to study at UCLA. I am planning to relocate to Bay Area when I graduate in June. 2 years ago, when I was in college back in Turkey, I decided to set up my own company named Onward. So with Onward, my dream was to organize and execute programs, like interactive education programs, for young students and recent graduates who are ambitious about entrepreneurship and who wants to discover the hearts of these entrepreneurial centers, for example, Silicon Valley. So I started by myself, and in time, I needed to have some other people to help me within my company. So we became a team. So what we did was we organized, we designed, and we executed these programs in Silicon Valley, New York, and Berlin, and we brought to these cities more than 50 European young people who are ambitious about learning more about entrepreneurship. And when we organized these programs with Onward, I was responsible for many different things as we were a startup. So I was responsible and I had to ensure that we have all these programs going on. And our programs include many different aspects. So we were visiting a bunch of tech companies and incubators, accelerators, and startups. So I had to make sure that we have all these visits arranged, and I had to talk with them, I had to connect with them. So that was one thing. One other aspect of our programs was that we had workshops. So we had to make sure we have the right people that will come to our events and that will teach our participants about a range of topics. And actually, one of the organizations that we visited during these 2 years was 500 startups. So we visited 500 startups twice actually in our Silicon Valley programs, and we had a chance to meet with a couple of Turkish people who are working at 500 startups. On average, our programs were around 2 weeks long, and we had many things need to be planned. So we needed to make sure that we have the right venue, we have the right people, and I was also responsible for the sales process. So I was following up how we were doing with our sales, how many participants we have, and on the other side, I was also responsible for ensuring that we have a nice program scheduled, because we had like company visits, we had workshops, we had also networking events that we need to go, and also we needed to make sure that we have all the tickets arranged. So it was all a different range of work that was related about event. And actually that's why I am really excited about applying for this position and organizing many different events for 500 startups. And when it comes to my salary and job requirement expectations, I mean, you know that Bay Area is very expensive. So, but in the meantime, the range of salary that you mentioned over there was pretty okay for me. And although I'm a Turkish citizen and I don't have a permanent residency, I don't need sponsorship from 500 startups, since I will have a work permit to work in the US. So that's not going to be a problem either. So you asked what else do you want us to know about you, and actually I would like to mention two things. I'm an avid traveler, so I've been traveling all around the world for the last 4 years. When I started college, I really wanted to travel, and I had a chance to travel in pretty much all around Europe and also in the US. So I definitely want to discover more countries and more cultures. So that's definitely something that I wanted to share about me with you. And maybe one other thing that I had attended many projects, but there is one thing that I'm very proud of, that it's a recent program that's been created by some of the very successful Turkish entrepreneurs back in Turkey. This program supports young college students back in Turkey for becoming entrepreneur, and the organization's name is Turkey Entrepreneurship Foundation. So I had the honor to become a fellow when I was in college, and the selection ratio is pretty low. It's less than 0.5%. So I think that's something that I definitely wanted to share with you.